Yeah, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Hello, welcome back. If you had tuned in earlier, I apologize for that little interruption, but apparently my dumbass forgot to turn on the monetization, which I don't even think it's going to be useful, but it's always nice to have it on, especially because I am now once again monetized like I was describing a few minutes ago. If you tuned in earlier, if there was anybody around, I apologize for cutting off the video, but what can you do? It's live. And you can't fix it. You can't change it once you go live. So everything's good. Everything's all right. Welcome. My name is Del, by the way, and you're watching the Del Morgado Show Unleashed. I guess just had to go with the title because I have a whole bunch of credits and whatnot. Might as well use them. Why not? I made them. I have to use them. So, anyways, the main reason I'm here is as I was describing before I cut myself off. I again am once again monetized here on YouTube, so I figured, you know what, I might as well just come back on and see what happens. But that's not the main reason. The main reason is because I am kind of fed up with TikTok. I was talking about that earlier. I don't know if anybody's watching, but if there is somebody watching, I might as well give a little description as to what's going on. I am so fed up with TikTok right now, it's unbelievable. I used to get pretty decent numbers. I was never, getting like 1 million views or anything crazy like that, but I was getting enough views to keep me satisfied. And all of a sudden, I think they blacklisted me, or either they shadow banned me, as the expression goes, but for some unbeknownst reason to myself, they are no longer spreading my videos on TikTok. Sorry, I'm noticing some dirt on my keyboard here, because I rarely have a light this bright in my apartment. But yeah, so I'm pretty much sick and tired of posting over there. I see it's going absolutely nowhere. I actually set up 2 more accounts, just kind of random accounts, just to see what would happen, and I posted videos there as a test. Absolutely nothing, which really, really, really pissed me off. So I'm pretty much fucking done with TikTok, but here's what I'm gonna do. Apparently now YouTube has what's called YouTube Shorts, basically like TikTok. Under a minute, what they do is they spread the videos around. Now, I have never really gotten that many hits on any videos here, period. But once they started with this YouTube Shorts, I noticed my numbers had been increasing for some weird reason. So I looked at it and I was like, oh my god, like my videos were actually getting like really good hits. I got a couple of videos, 2 to be exact, that are doing very well. And I think it's because of this whole YouTube Short program that they've now started, I guess, to compete with TikTok. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to make short videos. In other words, I'm going to continue to make the quote-unquote TikTok videos, if you will. Only because those are fun and I don't mind doing the impersonations and things like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus my attention here on YouTube where it should be and where it should have been for all this time. But obviously, because I was sort of hoping to build an audience on TikTok, it wasn't to become rich or to become TikTok famous, if you will. It was mainly to kind of promote, obviously to try to promote here. So I might as well, if they're doing this YouTube Short thing, I might as well put my attention back where it belongs, and that's right here on YouTube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple of videos. I'm planning to, not right now, just because I woke up a little while ago, so I sort of need to, wake up really. And plus, in the middle of the night, I can't really do these loud videos. I mean, I could. Won't be the first time. Are you kidding me? I've done so many videos during the middle of the night, it's not even funny. And the funny thing is, I got people like right upstairs sleeping, which I couldn't give 2 flying fucks about, to be honest with you. They make a racket all day long, I couldn't care less. But normally I'll film in the kitchen, and that's usually away from any type of sleeping human beings, if you will. But I'll probably wait until a little bit closer to the morning, probably around 4 or 5 in the morning. I'm going to be making a ton of videos. I actually did this a while back, I'd say about close to a year ago. It was actually in September, and what happened was, because I had had the app, Impressions app, and I had only had it for a week. So what happened was I took an entire weekend and just went ballistic and just filmed like a madman. I must have filmed maybe about, I don't know, 70 videos in that short weekend. I actually did my compilation video as well with the, what was it called again? Auditions for, what was that movie? 50 Shades of Grey. So I'd done that. I also did a whole bunch of promos for this show, which I never got around to edit because I didn't know if I was going to be doing this again. And I did a ton. I did over 70 videos, probably 80 videos. I know that I kept impressions up, very busy that weekend. And then I never knew or thought that they were going to offer such a great plan. They offered a plan for a full year, and I jumped on it. I was like, holy crap, that's like an amazing deal. It was like $6 or $7 per week when it first came out. And then they gave this incredible offer of, I think it was $52 per year. So basically like $1 a week. So I'm like, holy fuck. So, I went out and I got a whole bunch of, because I don't have a credit card anymore, I got those gift card things and I put it towards my credit. And then all of a sudden, I was able to get impressions out for a full year. So I've been growing my hair purposely to try to do a few impersonations, which I've done quite a bit, just the past few weeks alone. And then I decided, well, you know what, my hair's driving me up the wall. It is literally driving me up the wall. Like, I'll wake up, and the shit's like a fucking afro, like that big. Like, it's fucked up. It's so big, so annoying, and I seriously, I can't do this shit anymore. So I gotta get rid of my hair. So I'm gonna be doing a bunch of videos with hopes that I don't have to worry about my hair for a few weeks or a few months. And then, I know, because right now I'm sort of, I combed it, so, it looks alright, sort of, I think. It's, acceptable. So, anywho, I'm going to be doing a bunch of videos, so I figured, you know what, why not do a live? I was actually working on a picture which I mentioned earlier, and my dear friend and contributor, Mr. Eric Erier, made a comment about that, which I was laughing hysterically. I'm actually, from time to time, I'll do photo edits and whatnot, and this one was kind of a big one for me. Sometimes I work on my own personal things. I don't normally show stuff, but I do normally work on my own personal stuff, so I decided to draw a gigantic orgy, if you will. I don't even know if there's anybody watching. Actually, hold on, let me see. Sometimes I just babble for the sake of babbling. Let me see if there's anybody watching. Oh my god, yes, I have a viewer. Hey, right on. So feel free to make a comment. So I decided to start drawing up, well, not really drawing, but sort of grabbing references online and doing a big giant orgy scene. And it's not like there's no incest going on, but it's definitely family oriented. Hey, that's nothing compared to what I've seen online. There's a lot of crazy shit I've seen online. And what happened was, I had seen, I didn't even know about this show at all. I saw this one little cartoon that I thought was awesome. The way that the artist did it was so well done. And it was this character called Mary Test from a cartoon called Johnny Test. And the way that he drew her, he didn't draw her the way that she looks in the series. I didn't know anything about this cartoon series, couldn't care less. I actually went and I did a bit of research on it. And I also saw that when I started looking up more on this cartoon, there was a whole family involved. So I decided to mix up with different characters from different shows. I decided to do that. So I put them all together, and now it's turned into a big sort of orgy scene, which I'm not proud of. But I did show my lady Shannon, and I finally saw her after, 6 months of not seeing each other. Finally saw her last weekend, which was awesome. I forgot what it was like to not be alone, if you will. I haven't seen her since before my birthday. We didn't see each other for Halloween. We didn't see each other for Christmas, New Year's. And I actually went to a restaurant recently. It was actually with her, and I still have to write a review about it, but I keep forgetting. Shit, where did we go? Hold on. I got it written over here. or I have a screenshot of the place. We were sort of hanging out at the motel, and we're trying to figure out, okay, where can we go to celebrate our everything. So we were trying for the keg, but we were too late making reservations, so we found a place. It's right here. It's called Chop Steakhouse and Bar. So yes, I'm definitely going to promote for these guys. Considering I didn't write a review yet, they did ask me to write a Google review, which I'll probably get around to eventually. But we went there and we walked in, and jokingly, I said to the receptionist, I go, well, we haven't seen each other since this whole pandemic thing got out of hand. We're pretty much celebrating our birthdays, anniversary, New Year's, Christmas, everything in one night. So they said, okay, we'll take care of you. My God. I tell you, I've never been to Chop Steakhouse, and I said, damn the costs. This is our anniversary, birthday, everything. So I said that to them, not really thinking much about it. And then they said, while we were there, they turned to us and they said this, oh yeah, we'll take care of you. We can give you a birthday cake and the whole bit. And I was like, yeah, whatever. I laughed it off. I shrugged it off. I was like, they don't have to do that. I was just messing around. And then come time for the dessert time, and it was an incredible meal. Again, I've never been there. So this is my first time trying it, and I'm telling you, the food was unbelievable. We had steak with lobster tails, and I thought it was just going to be one lobster tail. It was like two beautiful, giant-sized lobster tails with an incredible steak, and then we had I also got the sautéed up mushrooms on the side. Oh my God, it was unbelievable. And we just finished eating, and we're full. There's no room for dessert at that point. And then she comes up to us and she goes, well, what would you like for dessert? I go, well, I think we're kind of done. We don't need a dessert. And I go, well, I thought you wanted a birthday thing. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay, all right. Yeah, I mean, if it's complimentary, of course. Absolutely, I'll take a complimentary dessert. So we're sitting there, and we're just chatting away, and we're waiting for our desserts and whatnot. And all of a sudden, it shows up. I don't know if the picture is going to show up here. I should have pre-planned this a little bit better, but I didn't know what I was going to talk about. I was just coming out here to talk about whatever. But let me just show you real quick exactly what we received. And this was unfucking believable. I could not believe. See, I hope that you guys are able to see that. Let me see. Let me try to. Yeah, you can kind of see it. They gave us personalized. Yeah, you can see it. You can see it. Personalized cakes with our names on it. Now, they did kind of cheat. And let me explain real quick about that. Once we came in, because and obviously I was all for this, they asked us for our information in case, of course, any sort of problems arose with COVID and whatnot. So we gave them our names on this little information sheet. So they took those sheets and used it. But what blew me away was the fact that they actually did it. And all joking aside, because I was just playing around, they seriously took it to heart, and they really felt for us, which really meant a lot to me and to Shannon. And I even said to Shannon, I was blown away completely. I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe that they just did this. It really, I felt like it was my birthday. In a weird way, it made me feel like it was actually my birthday. So if that wasn't enough, we're sitting there for another few minutes, and all of a sudden, I forget her name. I have the receipt. That's the reason why I kept her name. I wish I could remember her name right now. I'm horrible with names. But she brings out, after, we're in the middle of eating our desserts, and she brings out a card with all the employees that signed the card in the kitchen, and the wait staff and all that kind of stuff. And I was completely blown away. Completely blown. I have never, ever seen anything like that. Ever. So Chop Steakhouse and Grill, I don't know if they do it at every location. They are incredible. I mean, unbelievable. If you're going to go and celebrate anything big, that is the best place to go. A little pricey, but definitely worth it. The food is amazing, and the service. I was so impressed. I actually asked her to call the manager, and the manager said, after I complimented them big time, he goes, I wish we would get compliments like this all the time, because it's compliments like this that make us, worth coming in every day. And I could not believe the attention to detail, number one, and the fact that they actually, despite, the fact that it wasn't our birthdays, honored it so much, in fact, that it really made me feel really good. And even Shannon was just sitting there like, we're both like completely dumbfounded, like, oh my god, I cannot fucking believe that this just happened. So anyways, that's the experience that we had at Chop Steakhouse and Grill. This was in London, Exeter Road, or near Exeter. I think it's on Wellington, if I'm not mistaken. But wow, just bloody believable. So anywho, that was my experience there. There's so much to talk about, and actually, I might as well bring this up. I know that a lot of people haven't seen it yet, and if you haven't seen it, and if you are watching, if somebody's watching, hold on, let me check. I don't even know anymore. I'm looking at the comments. I don't see any comments rolling down, so that's why I'm not even looking. Oh, I do. I still have a viewer. Right on. Thank you for watching. Yes, I want to talk about... Now, I don't know if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, for the love of God, I might give spoilers. I don't want to give spoilers, but I might give some spoilers here. I'm talking about Zack Snyder's cut, the director's cut, if you will, of Justice League. I didn't even bother with any photos today. This is sort of just a spur of the moment show, but Justice League, Zack Snyder cut. I do have to talk about that. I, for one, am not a fan of Zack Snyder's direction, nor am I a fan of Zack Snyder as a director, period. In my personal opinion, he kind of destroyed Man of Steel. I hate Batman vs. Superman. I cannot stand those movies. Now, when it comes to Justice League, what happened was Joss Whedon took over the project because they didn't want to go with that dark tone anymore. But see, here's the thing. By getting Joss Whedon on board, Josh tried to salvage what couldn't be salvaged, and let me explain why that is. Because they had set it up for a dark tone. For now, at this point, it had been 3 movies at that point. Mind you, Wonder Woman was a little more lighthearted and whatnot. But, okay, so 2 movies. I mean, Man of Steel and Batman vs. Superman. They had set it up for such a dark tone that there was no way in hell that a light, fluffy movie was going to make sense at that point. In other words, Joss Whedon, despite the fact of what he was given, didn't respect the fact that it was supposed to, because now we had sort of like, all right, we've taken this serious tone, we've sort of been force-fed it, we're now used to it, at least respect the source material. I understand he came in to try to lighten things up, but at the same time, at that point, there's only so much you can do. You can't do much. I mean, you're basically burned. As a director, you're burned at that point because they've almost set you up to be in a dark sort of frame of mind, and then to try to lighten things up, not gonna work. Mind you, from the stuff that I found out that Joss Whedon put in, I'm sitting there like, okay, seriously, dude, really? Like, I don't know how many people out there have seen Justice League. If you've seen it, let me just make sure I still have my one viewer. Hold on. Okay, still there. So I'm assuming you've seen the Snyder cut. So I'm about to give spoilers, for Justice League, the original Justice League. There's a lot of scenes in the original Justice League that I personally hated. Flat out hated. Because it was just complete nonsense, and it was just completely unnecessary. I'm not comparing it to Zack Snyder's cut yet. I am just saying that, just in general, there were a few scenes I couldn't stand. And that was, I don't know what country they were in, but the family. That was the most annoying piece of dribble that I've ever seen in a fucking movie. It was completely unnecessary, and it was just a complete waste of time. I hated the fact that they had that stupid family in the movie. Complete nonsense. I was so pissed off about it. There were a couple of other things in there that just annoyed the fuck out of me too. Actually, the biggest one is a big spoiler if you haven't seen the original Justice League. Here we go. Spoiler alert. I should actually have a little flashy thing saying spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the original Justice League, please turn off the video now. Come back in about 2 minutes. I'm noticing that my one viewer is still there, so I'm assuming we're good to go. All right. My biggest complaint about the Joss Whedon Justice League. At the end, after all said and done, the heroes have their moment. They're laughing away and chuckling away, and which is something very uncharacteristic. Like try that again. Very uncharacteristic. Thank you. Of these characters, because of obviously the Zack Snyder setup. They're laughing away, and Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, says the dumbest fucking line I've ever seen, probably in movie history, and that is, "I'm dealing with children." I'm dealing with children. This is the first time in the DC universe that there's been any sort of real humor, happy moment thing, if you will. And for her to say that, I'm sitting there staring at the screen like this. Are you fucking kidding me? That was the one major complaint I had with the Justice League. I sat there and I'm like, okay, Josh, I understand that you're trying, again, like I said earlier, I understand what you're trying to do. But when it hasn't been done, and you try to sort of force it on us, just fuck, dude. Are you fucking stupid? Like, you know, I love Joss Whedon and what he did, you know, for the Marvel world, but I mean, that was Marvel. That's a different set, different tone. You know, it was sort of acceptable in the Marvel universe because Marvel, of course, still managed to throw in the seriousness, but at the same time, you know, they kept it lighthearted, which is exactly why it was as big as it was. But dude, have you watched any of these movies? Like, that's what's been pissing off people for months, for years. And to throw in that ridiculous line, mind you, there was a lot of stuff that I liked that they took out in the Snyder Cut. So, anyways, okay. I hope that whoever left, if you're still there, please send me a comment, say something. If you can't make a comment, or if I'm not seeing the comments, I don't know, text me or something. Just let me know who you are, so I can, you know, talk to you on a one-on-one, I guess. Yeah, man, it was just so stupid. I just couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe that line. So, anyways, now moving on to Zack Snyder's cut. I went in hating it. I went in despising it, especially when I saw that he put it in the 4:3 format, which we haven't seen since, I'd say, the 80s, when we were stuck with television format. But apparently his artistic integrity was to keep the film in an IMAX format, which is 4:3. Which, again, I haven't seen 4:3 since fucking, oh my god. I mean, they introduced Letterboxd back in the 90s, for fuck's sakes, and I'll never forget, I went out and fucking rushed out and fucking got my Star Wars and all that, Letterboxd, you know, which is like the format, which is like, you know, a nice vertical, horizontal plane, lengthwise. So I was really upset about that 4:3 shit, and I even looked it up, because I was like, wait, this can't be real. I go, really? Why the fuck is this set up in 4:3 format? So that already pissed me off. And I hate Zack Snyder just because of what he's done. But at the same time, I was kind of curious to see what was going to happen. Then I see the length of this fucking thing. 4 hours. I'm like, I am not sitting through a sift full of bullshit of 4 hours. Okay? No fucking chance. So I literally had my finger on the fast forward button, ready to go. We had already seen a lot of the Justice League already, so I was sort of prepared to fast forward through those moments. But here's the one thing that caught my attention. The digital effects, the main character alone, was enough to open my eyes. Steppenwolf, which I thought was the dumbest name because that's named after a band, but apparently that's an actual character in DC, so alright. His look is fucking night and day. You look at the original version, you look at this newer version, and Steppenwolf looks fucking insanely cool. Amazing. Like, just absolutely fucking amazing. And I was like, holy shit. Oh, if you're just tuning in, I'm talking about Zack Snyder's Justice League. There will be some spoilers. I'm going to try not to, but sorry. I can't help it. It's been a while since I've done a show, so I forgot how to be spoiler free. So anyway, so Steppenwolf, holy fuck, blew me away. And I'm like, whoa. Right away, I'm like, this is not the movie. And the way they started it, crazy. I was completely like, holy shit, what's going on here? Like, this is already, in the first 5 minutes, I can already tell right away. I'm like, yeah, this is definitely Zack Snyder. This is not a funny, lighthearted movie, obviously, because Zack Snyder's never been that type. But, yeah, man, right away, I'm sort of like, the tone has been set. And I knew. I'm like, all right, this is definitely going to be a different movie. I'm actually looking forward to this. So let me check this out. Yeah, they dragged on a lot. And there was a lot of scenes that sort of didn't make sense that they took out. And there's also scenes that they put in that actually finally made sense. So it was one of those things, because, I mean, the first version, the original Justice League, if you will, there was a lot of loopholes. There was a lot of missing storylines, missing plot lines. And I'm sort of like, all right, what the fuck is going on? Also the fact that Steppenwolf kept calling these boxes mother. It's like a little lost child looking for his chocolate bar. I thought that was completely ridiculous. There was no real... I don't know. I don't know what word to use here, but there was no real seriousness to it. Because I'm sitting there like, what the hell is he talking? Mother? Why are you calling these things your mother? Like, what the hell? Obviously, that made more sense in the Snyder Cut. Plus, the introduction of certain characters were also a nice surprise. I didn't expect it. And design-wise, wasn't really too happy or thrilled with. I mean, I'm sort of used to a certain look. But then again, when the fuck has Zack Snyder really stayed true to, you know, the looks? Obviously, Batman, Superman look fantastic. But, I mean, fucking, what was it? Doomsday. That was fucking horrible. He looked like a fucking troll from fucking Lord of the Rings. That's how fucked up he looked. So, anywho, I think that's what they were, trolls. So, all in all, though, put a lot of things aside, but also put the good things into play. There was a lot of good in the Zack Snyder cut. Now, the thing that bothers me the most about this Zack Snyder cut, that's right, I'm going Star Wars here. Oh, yeah. I think I mentioned this before. The thing that really upsets me about this Zack Snyder cut is that the fact that it actually exists. Because when, oh god, that fucking Star Wars nonsense, number 8, The Last Jedi, there you go. There was a petition that went around for the exact same thing for The Last Jedi. And the one thing that I will give to DC, and they did this before, this isn't the first time DC has done this, they actually listened to the fans. which I must applaud them for that. Because Lucasfilm completely chose to ignore the fans until, of course, The Mandalorian came out. For those who haven't seen The Mandalorian, check it out. It's worth your time. It's worth the 10 hours, trust me. Especially if you're a Star Wars fan, yes, it is most definitely worth your time. So anywho, going back to this petition, they signed a petition, and a whole bunch of people, they actually raised money for The Last Jedi remake. Lucasfilm had their heads up their asses so far that they were like, fuck off, we're not going to do it. Fuck the fans, we don't care about the fans. But DC has done this before. Perfect example. Superman 2. The Richard Donner cut, which I own. Incredible. It was actually a very well done cut. I prefer the original because I grew up with the original, but it exists. They actually let Richard Donner do the cut that he was intending on doing in the first place. They reshot scenes, they did a whole bunch of things. They had filmed most of Superman 2 while doing Superman 1. This I'm talking the original with Christopher Reeve. And when I saw the Richard Donner cut, I appreciated it for what it was. Wasn't a fan, again, because I grew up with the original Superman 2. So, you know, I liked the lightheartedness. I mean, Richard Donner was a lot more dark. And kind of sort of what's going on right now with the Zack Snyder cut. But the fact that DC actually allowed these director interpretations to exist gives me more respect for them, because they're actually willing to let the directors get their stabs at it, which unfortunately Lucasfilm did not do when it came to Last Jedi. I don't want to talk about Star Wars. I'm trying to avoid it. But my whole point is the fact that unlike Lucasfilm and Disney, they listen to the fans. See, now Disney is finally, after all these years, finally paying attention to the fans, especially after seeing the reactions of Mandalorian. But it took them this long to finally understand what the fuck is going on, which really bothered me. So it's like they catered to Zack Snyder's fans. There's tons of them out there. There's more than you think. I mean, I'm not a fan of his, but I still watched it. So what does that say? I was sort of curious to see that direction. Almost like Spider-Man. Or sorry, the Amazing Spider-Man. Not the oh my god, not, what's his name? The director, he did Evil Dead. Fuck, help me out. Sam Raimi. Sorry. It's not the Sam Raimi one. It's the Amazing Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. Or not Tobey Maguire. Oh my fuck. The other guy. I cannot remember his name right now. It's fucking pissing me off. Andrew Garfield. Oh my god, fuck. So anywho, so they were supposed to do a part 3 with that, which I wasn't crazy about that storyline, but I was curious to see where the story was going to go. And then obviously we got the new versions of Spider-Man. But it's like, sometimes it's very much fanfare. Very much fanfare. But it's the fact that DC pays attention. They listen. And they were like, yeah, you know what? Let's see what happens if we release this thing. I'm curious to see what's going to happen with this Batman flop, because I can already tell you it's going to be a piece of shit. Reason I say that is because I've already seen the trailer, and it just looks horrible already. I mean, again, I hated Joker. Hated that fucking movie beyond passion. That was like probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life. But apparently I heard that this Batman film with Pattinson is going to be sort of along the same sort of guidelines, if you will. So it's going to be like an independent film. And I also heard that Michael Keaton is going to come back as Batman. So 3 Batman movies, theoretically. So it's like DC's almost like, we don't know who the fuck to go with anymore. But, yeah. So anyway, Zack Snyder cut. I don't have my ratings. Actually, I do. Shockingly enough, I am actually, even though I don't have a picture, I have to go with 5 stars. I hate to do that. I wanted to hate this movie. I really, really wanted to hate this movie. But I didn't. I didn't hate it. I actually enjoyed it. Dragged on a lot. I did fast forward through a lot of it. I thought there was too much storyline when it came to a lot of characters. Well, I love what they did with the Flash. Absolutely love what they did with the Flash. Oh, sorry, another big spoiler alert. The original Justice League. Just giving a moment. Okay, that's enough time. Go for a drink, go for a beer. What they did with the Flash in this one, complete night and day. They made the Flash a superhero in this one. I didn't like that in Justice League. They made him. I know he's supposed to be a goofball, but they made him too much of a goofball. They really made him too much of a goofball in the Joss Whedon version. And the fact that they made him very unsure of himself, which I couldn't stand. I'm like, dude, this is the fucking Flash. Like, he's not supposed to be like that. He's supposed to be sure of himself. I didn't like that. But what they did with Zack Snyder, fuck me. They also made Cyborg. They gave him a hell of a lot more of a role. But that's the problem, because they were trying to squeeze in all these origin films. You can't do that. You know, just give them their own origin films. Then, you know, like Marvel did. I know they couldn't do what Marvel did, because Marvel had already established it. So, what can I say? It's like, alright, whatever. But anywho, so yeah. But Zack Snyder was, yeah, it surprised me. And I guess because I wanted to see where it went. You know, I wanted to see the real version, if you will. So even though I was sort of against this whole release of the Snyder Cut, I was against it. I didn't mind when it actually came out. I was upset that it came out. And then when I saw it was 4 hours long, I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes. Oh, and the soundtrack. There was a lot of the soundtrack that could have fucked right off. Mind you, they did a lot of good, though. They did a lot of good with the soundtrack. Superman, to be specific. If you haven't seen it, I am so sorry. Yeah, I already gave my spoiler alerts a while back, so I don't even know if there's anybody still watching. I'm not seeing any comments. Let me just double check. Oh my God, there is somebody watching. Hey, you're still with me. I assume it's the same person. Let me see. Actually, this thing's got settings, so I can actually check how long. Yeah, it's been the same person since the beginning. Thank you. At least it looks that way, all the way through. Ooh, I had a second person. Damn, that's pretty impressive. Yes. See, I'm just doing this because, like I said, it's been a while since I've done these shows, and I miss doing the shows. I miss venting to a camera. 100%. But yeah, it's just so awkward. It's so awkward that the special edition or the director's cut was better than the original in many ways, far superior. Christ, just look at them side by side, which a lot of people have done that online already. And you look at the both movies side by side, and it's like, oh my God, it's night and day, literally, because one of them has color and the other one doesn't. That's always been my gripes about Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder, I don't think he knows what color is, to be honest with you. He downwashes everything. You know what I mean? And I was so disappointed with the Wonder Woman scene because it was so bright and colorful in the Joss Whedon version. I'm like, oh, there's color, you know? And then it just, as soon as I saw that, I was like, Zach, you motherfucker. Mind you, what they did with her, too, everybody looked incredible in this version. So, my hat's off to you if I had my hat on right now. But don't worry, I'm going to shave my head, so my hair off to you, Zack Snyder. Yeah. Anyways. I'm trying to figure out what videos I'm going to do, because I have a few ideas rolling up in this brain here, and hopefully I will release some YouTube shorts soon, little tiny videos, in other words, my quote-unquote TikTok videos. Hopefully I'll release some of those in the next few days. I still have a ton of them back from September, so I'm basically literally catching up. The reason I haven't posted them is, like I was saying earlier at the beginning of the show, because TikTok, I think, has shadow banned me completely. So it's like I don't even want to post videos anymore, because it's like, why? I'm not going to get any views anyways. What's the point of fucking posting if I'm not getting shit? So anywho, I might actually wrap it up. I'm assuming that the one person is still viewing. I don't know why you don't want to make comments. I guess you don't feel like making comments. But I think I pretty much said what I needed to say for this particular round. Am I going to continue doing shows? Probably random shows. I don't think I'll do the Saturday thing anytime soon. But hell, I did today. So I know I'm way off on the time. Normally I would do my shows at 9 p.m. But, you know, it was just spur of the moment. I guess because I also wanted to make sure if my program was still working. Man, I use OBS to do all this. It's too bad I can't use this for because I could do TikTok live as well. And I also wanted to make sure that my ads, oh my god, I just realized the ads. Yes, some of those may be out of date. In other words, some of them are no longer applicable, I think. I don't know, I haven't checked that in a while. Fuck. I gotta relook at this stuff. Especially if I decide to continue on. Like Wineworks, I'm assuming they're still there. I hope they're still there. So, yeah. I know the comic shops, I know two of them or one of them is still going. So, I'm hoping that these guys are still in business. So, yeah. Anyways, I forgot what okay, so I got Wineworks. Oh yeah, Nicole's still doing her thing. I'm assuming that most of these guys are still going. Let me just check these banner ads real quick here, just to. Wow, it's been so long since I've done this shit. Okay, so why is this? Oh, right. Sorry, I'm looking at something else over here. Hold on. Okay, so yes, my 5-star supporters. Yes, I still want to thank them. Eric, James, and Ingalore. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Also, so yeah, let me just check here. I know Mega J, he's still doing his thing. Trek Yard's still doing their thing. Fifth Deep Core Army, I hope they're still, I mean, obviously there haven't been any cons lately, but I hope they're still doing their thing. As far as I know, Walker's K still doing his thing. B&K Collectibles, as far as I know, they're still going. Studio Comics, yes, they're still going. So yeah, I guess everybody's still there. All right, okay, we're good. Okay, I guess I got nothing to worry about then. So if there's anything you want me to talk about, feel free to shoot it out. Holy crap, it's already 1:30. I might work on my picture today. I don't know if I really want to continue working on that right now. I'm sort of taking a break from that too. You know, there's some spurts. You get spurts in your life where you get, motivational and, get creative and all that kind of stuff. And first time in over 15 years, I picked up a pencil. I haven't drawn in years. And what I was doing with this particular photo or this picture was I was just going online and just finding references, if you will. And you'd be amazed how many cartoon references there are out there. And I just couldn't find the right pose. I was looking for a particular pose because I wanted to draw it a certain way. And I wanted it to look a certain way. And when I looked at it, I looked everywhere and I couldn't find the pose that I was looking for. So I was like, wait a second. I went to school for illustration. I can draw. Well, let me take a stab at it. I have the picture here. It's kind of naughty. I don't know if I can show that right now. I'm sure you'd probably figure out the characters as soon as I show you this thing. But I drew it. It was first time in years. And look. You got to see this. This is fucking crazy. Look. This is a pencil I used to use back in college. And I have a toolbox from college that I actually had to dig up to find this as well. This is an eraser, believe it or not. Look at this. Look at that bad boy. See? I used to use these refillable erasers. And this one, it's an older one. So I had to find, because I had bought a bunch of these, and it was for the wrong eraser. So I had to use this. I was going like totally ghetto. And it was just a 20-minute sketch, but it was enough for me to plot out where I wanted everything to be. And then I went online and tried to look for references for each different section, because, I'm not gonna do that stuff. It's just too much work. And so I was describing it earlier in my little, I think it was 16-minute video. But I'm basically doing a big orgy, and none of the families are interacting with one another. I know that my 5-star supporter Eric was busting my chops in the comments. They're not actually physically touching, if you will. So I have Johnny Test, pretty much all the characters from Johnny Test. That's right, it's a big fucking crazy orgy. I've got Phineas and Ferb. And yes, I made them adults. I did not make them children. They are adults. They look like midgets though. They're small people. Small people. Is that the right term? So they look small, but they look like adults. They don't look like kids. Trust me. I'm not into that crap. So I also got Phineas and Ferb. I got this one anime that I found. It's called Stocking or Panty and Stocking, I think was the name of the thing. And I also mentioned that I threw in The Incredibles. That's right, the whole family. Join the fun. Don't worry, like I said, they're not touching each other. They're not doing anything together. Mind you, you'd be amazed how many cartoons you can find with that craziness. It's unbelievable. That's where half of my references came from, actually. I'm also, which I didn't mention earlier, I threw in, this is hilarious, I threw in Spider-Man. I threw in the multiverse Spider-Man, so Miles, I threw him in there, and also Spider-Gwen, so she's in there. And I also have decided to throw in Jessica Rabbit. She's there too. It's fucked up. I have like about 30 fucking characters in there already. Who else did I toss in there? I have to work next on I might as well mention. Hey, this is not a show for children, by the way. I already kind of got rid of all that. There's no. Hopefully, there's no children watching. I made sure because I got rid of them. I think they're gone. I think I turned it off. But I also have him there. So right now, what I'm working on is Helen Parr with Johnny Test's dad. All right. Yes, Bob Parr's busy with somebody else. So. Yeah, come on, it's a swingers party, dude. It's a swingers party. You gotta, they're swingers, right? They're not into the one couple thing. I mean, my ex used to be that way. My ex, oh my god, she used to be a major swinger, like a real life swinger, which was kind of cool. Even though when I was with her, I wasn't into that kind of thing, and I sort of wish I did. You ever have those feelings where you're sort of like, fuck, man, maybe I should have done something like that. But anyway, so yeah. I've been working on that, and I'm sort of taking a break right now. If anything, I've been just watching movies, and I mentioned in my earlier show that I saw that Tom and Jerry garbage. That's right, I call it garbage. For kids, even if it is for kids, I know it's supposed to be for kids. I feel bad for the parents that have to sit there and watch it with them, because number one, that soundtrack, I was seriously ready to put a knife in my throat because I couldn't take it. I hated it. Couldn't stand it. Got on my fucking nerves. There was a lot of it that got on my nerves. I remember Tom, the cat, being grayish. I remember I even looked it up. I was like, what color is Tom? And they even said in the thing, it's gray. He's supposed to be gray or light blue. He looks pink in this movie. Or is it just me? I know I'm partially colorblind, but fuck. So weird. I hated it. I absolutely fucking hated it. A complete waste of fucking time. It didn't even entertain me. I also saw Coming to America, Part 2. My personal opinion, completely unnecessary movie. I don't even know why Eddie Murphy even decided to go with it, but he did. The first thing that disappointed me was the fact that it wasn't rated R. That was number one. I was like, wait a second. So that means we're not going to get what we got in the original film? There isn't going to be no fuck you, who's next? Or good morning, my neighbors. Fuck you, yes, fuck you too. No, we're not going to get any of that. As soon as I saw the rating, I'm like, the fuck is this? And already, like 20 minutes in, I lost interest. I was like, no, I can't do this. I stopped, and then I came back to it a few days ago and gave it another go. And it was entertaining, but it wasn't worth the time. Like, I'm sort of like, I could have lived without this, Unlike Bill and Ted's, because I really enjoyed Bill and Ted's Face the Music. I really enjoyed that one. Jesus Christ, I can't even count how many times I've seen it. I've seen it like probably 20, 30 times. Absolutely fucking loved it. Absolutely loved it. I can't really say why I loved it, because apparently I accidentally spoiled it for somebody already. Sorry. But, you know, Bill and Ted's was amazing. Coming to America, Part 2? No. Just did nothing for me. It was entertaining. Don't get me wrong. It was entertaining, but I didn't laugh. I didn't laugh. Throughout the whole movie, I didn't laugh. I was just sitting there like, oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, yeah, going back to Tom and Jerry, there was one scene in there that I was sort of like, cool. That's as far as that went. That was it, man. Yeah. So there you go. Those are my stories, man. So what's up? I could talk about more, but I think I've said enough for one show. Especially considering I didn't even think I was going to do a show tonight. Holy crap, I went 50 fucking minutes. What the fuck? How did I go this long, son of a bitch? Sometimes I wonder how I do it. I guess it's a gift. Or is it? Could be a bad thing. So hopefully next time you see me, this crap right here, this is going to be gone. Completely gone. Oh, hey, what do you know? It's actually... wasn't doing that earlier. Normally my hair won't fucking stay down. But it's actually... oh, there we go. Boing. This shit is so annoying, man. I can't wait to chop this shit off. So I'll be hopefully filming a bunch of videos today. And there's a bunch of impersonations I want to do. One in particular is Antonio Banderas. I might as well tell you what I'm planning on with this one. I don't know if any of you have ever seen the movie Couples Retreat. There's a character in there which I absolutely love, and that is the masseuse. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie. Antonio Banderas sounds a lot like him, so I'm going to take that to my advantage because he's on the app. Also, I'm going to do two characters that most of us know and love. And there's a meme going around about these characters for many, many years. I don't want to say exactly what I want to do. But let's just say that in a few weeks, or you're definitely going to see it. And I'm going to do a couple of videos with that. Also want to do, what else did I want to do? There's a few of them. So I'm just going to do a couple of randoms. I already did a couple of Ace Ventura ones, which I didn't release yet. I might do a few more Borat ones because my hair is in the right spot. I mean, if I shake this out, you're going to see it's a fucking big, giant fucking disaster. And after that's all said and done, I will be very, very happy to shave this fucking nastiness off, man. I can't stand hair. It just bugs me. You know, and the fact that I let it grow this long, this is the longest I've had it since, I shit you not, probably 15 years ago. Like back when I used to do Austin Powers, because when I did the Austin Powers back then, before I invested in a wig, it used to be my actual hair. And now, I mean, this is, you know, it's still not as long. It's not as long as it can be. I went a lot longer when I was doing the Austin Powers gigs. I used to do the hair as well. Ace Ventura, I used to do him too. That's actually what started everything, was doing Ace Ventura. But yeah, my hair hasn't been that long in, like, I'd say, yeah, 15 years easy. 15 years at least. This is the longest my hair has ever been in years. And what's bothering me is this shit. I don't know if y'all can see the back there, how it's sort of like doing that curly crap. That is pissing me the fuck off. If anything, I'm going to try to see if I can somehow trim that before I shave the top. Because that would be nice to get rid of this. Again, shit, I should have looked. Can't really tell. No, you can't really tell. But it's there. Trust me, it's there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's fucking bullshit, man. Well, I didn't expect that many viewers. I mean, I'm always hoping that people will watch this on the replay. But I am glad that I'm up and running again, if you will. Again, I don't know if I'm going to be doing this every week for sure. Right now, especially with my schedule at work, they're sort of in between right now trying to figure out what's happening because some people have left and they want to fill in the shifts, so they're going to probably switch my shift, so I don't know what's going on there. When it comes to Tuesdays, that's iffy, even Saturdays, but we'll see what happens. If I can start doing shows again, I would love to. I kind of don't mind doing these. You know, it's a good excuse to just go off and just talk about whatever. And I think I did that pretty good today. I definitely need a drink. Holy crap, 55 minutes. Fuck. Oh, yeah, because I talked about... Yeah. I did talk about quite a bit. So, anywho, I know that this is probably irrelevant at this point, but just because I haven't done shows in a while. But let me throw up, for the sake of argument, all my promo. There we go. There it is. Still there. See, that shit don't go nowhere. Yes, it don't go nowhere. And yes, I'm going to be trying to post some new videos soon. Again, YouTube Shorts. That's what I'll be focusing on. I will no longer give a fuck about TikTok. As far as I'm concerned, TikTok is dead to me. So I will be hopefully posting some videos, new videos soon. And that's all my contact information right there for the Del Morgado Show. So check me out. If you do like what you see, if you're a first-time viewer, then this is the address that you can email me for any comments or suggestions. That would be super. And you can also send... Let me find that. It's been a while since I've used all that. All right, where is it? Oh, there it is. It's been popping up throughout the show. So let me just pop it up right now to make it official. Where are you, you bastard? There you are. There you go. So if you'd like to send a donation, Eric, you're excluded from this, by the way. I will not accept any donations from you, sir, if you see this show. Not because of the fact that you called me a freak, but because of the fact that you've donated way too much, sir. Let other people throw some donations my way. Obviously, donations keep me going. They keep me inspired, and they also keep the show flowing, if you will. If I do start getting some more motivation, if you will, I will definitely pop back on here a few more times. I do miss doing the shows. Despite the fact that I don't get that many viewers, I always know people are going to watch this on the playback. So that's sort of what I'm dependent on. And at this point, because now I'm officially monetized again, that'll definitely be a good thing if people do watch it on the playback. And I do apologize for the ads, but hey, we gotta make money somehow, guys. Even though if it's a penny, it's still a penny. It adds up, Because if you get another penny, that's 2 pennies. I hope everybody out there stays safe. That's number one. I know that I'm sick and tired of this fucking shit. I can't wait to get together with people. I mean, seeing my lady after 5 months or 6 months, that was a nice touch, and I wouldn't mind seeing other humans. It's been so long, I think I forgot what a lot of you guys look like out there. But it'd be nice to see people again. I absolutely hate this fucking stupid pandemic. I've hated it since day one. So I hope you all are staying safe out there. I look at it this way: if we haven't been affected by it yet, if we've all managed to stay away from it this far, I'm sure we can keep going. So hopefully everything will be all right soon, and hopefully we'll be able to see each other again. And trust me, there's a lot of folks out there that I would love to see again. It's been way too bloody long. And that's about it. So I thank you if you did tune in. And if you're watching this on the playback, thank you for watching. And for the 2 viewers now, right on. Thank you. But for the 1 viewer that was there pretty much the entire time, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And that's about it for me. If I had a drink, I'd say cheers, but I don't have anything to drink right now. But I will say that all good things must come to an end. And my ass will be back soon. That's the best I can say. So, my name, for those of you who don't know, is Del Morgado. And you've been watching the Del Morgado Show Unleashed right here on youtube.com/DFH Studios. Thank you for watching. Cheers, you bastards.